I saw a post saying that he was 25 years old and lived a mediocre life. Where is the direction of his life? I thought about myself when I was 25. As someone who was once 25 years old, I have some thoughts. Hello, I won't be telling a story today. Asterisk asterisk 1 asterisk asterisk. A lot of people say that at 25, you should maintain good habits, socialize properly, read more, and keep enriching yourself without limit. I can do all that, said the person who asked the question. That sounds great. Now let me draw a conclusion. You can't do it. Put down the knife. Hear me out. Let me tell you, I can't do what you described either. For example, good habits? My eating and sleeping are irregular. Proper socializing? My circle is very narrow. Reading more? I've bought plenty of books that are just gathering dust. Unlimited self-improvement? I'm ashamed to say I only do it occasionally, and it's nowhere near unlimited. So you see, I'm not here to give you some cliché motivational pep talk. The difference between you and me isn't about that. And that's something many people your age still haven't figured out. This issue is called the motivation trap. 2. What is the motivation trap? Asterisk asterisk, let me give an example. In martial arts novels, they always say, as long as you, the young hero, practice every day, sharpen your sword every day, keep a disciplined schedule, and study secret manuals day and night, whether it's for 10 years or 30 years, you will become the world's greatest fighter. But how many people actually do that? Almost none. That's what I'd call dull practice. It lacks any real drive. The young hero doesn't even have someone he desperately wants to defeat. His parents are healthy, his friends are all around. So if you ask him to get up at 4 a.m. to practice the 5-tiger broadsword, within a month he'll start questioning his life. Asterisk, what's the point? Why am I even doing this? I don't even like the broadsword. Asterisk, why is that? I think it's because the goal of becoming the greatest in the land is too abstract. It doesn't have enough pull for the young hero. The goal isn't concrete. It's a false goal. But if you tell him, once you reach level 3 in your skill, Miss Ying from Feng Chiao Town will join you in a romantic tryst, then you'll see if the young hero can keep going. So becoming the greatest in the land is like the success we talk about in real life. It's a lofty, intangible concept that's difficult to translate into real motivation. It's not specific enough. But what is specific? Hardships are specific. Getting up at the crack of dawn to train in the snow, meditating for 8 hours without moving. Those are concrete difficulties. In real life, from writing a resignation letter to choosing which city to pursue your dreams in, every individual step is a distinct challenge. Human beings are rarely lured forward by some grand, vague ideal. We're much more likely to be tripped up by every small, specific problem. And once they think of these specific challenges, they list them all out and freeze up. Now let's clarify what I call a motivation trap. It's when you have a non-specific, false goal and believe that just by working hard, the way self-help books or motivational articles tell you, you'll eventually realize that goal. For instance, asterisk, I want to be an elite. I want to be wealthy. I want to stand under the spotlight. I want to become a better version of myself. Asterisk, then you assume that as long as you work for it, you'll achieve those visions sooner or later. Theoretically, that's true. But in practice, it's almost impossible. That's why we say many people claim to have a goal in life. But in reality, their goal is far too big and in essence a false goal, which basically means no goal at all. And once there is no real goal, hard work loses its meaning because working hard is just a method. It must serve a concrete result. What are young people without a goal like? They share one common trait: anxiety. Asterisk asterisk 3. Anxiety and the lack of a concrete goal. Asterisk asterisk. First, they're dissatisfied with the status quo. They dislike this and don't want that. Then when you ask them, "What do you actually want?" they shake their head. "I don't know what I like or what I want to do." This leads to a state of anxiety. It's not complicated. When someone is unhappy with their current situation, they naturally want to change it. But to change it, you have to clarify 3 points. 1. Why do I want to change? 2. What do I want to become? 3. How do I make that change? If you never figure out point 1, your reason for change, then it's all talk. You won't have staying power. You might never really do anything. Some people are like that, and that's fine. We won't force them if you don't figure out point 2. That's like the person who asked the question. You have ambition with nowhere to channel it, and you end up doubting yourself. Point 2 is your goal. If you don't have a goal yet still feel driven, that's when anxiety hits you the hardest. If you haven't settled point 3, that's actually not such a big problem. It means you have a goal but lack the drive to execute it, or maybe you just lack methods. Methods can always be learned or supplemented. Yet I've seen many people place too much emphasis on methods. This is why chicken soup, motivational talk, usually doesn't help, because it only encourages you to work harder, but without a clear target, that passion will be gone overnight. That's reversing the order of things. So how should you set goals for your life? I mentioned concrete is a key factor. It should be concrete in 2 ways. 1. At least it should be something you like. 2. At least it should be something you need. Don't chase success or being the best of the best. Instead, ask yourself whether what you're about to do is something you enjoy doing and need to do. Asterisk asterisk 4. What do I really like? Asterisk asterisk, how can you tell if you genuinely like something? You see if you can accept all its negatives. If you love drawing, can you draw for over 10 hours a day? If you want to open a shop, can you handle going out to restock merchandise in the scorching heat and haggling with suppliers? If you like working in tech, can you handle your boss calling you to revise code 8 times in a row? If you find you can accept all that, then maybe it's worth trying that. If you're unsure, I have 2 suggestions: look and try. Look means look within your current job. Maybe you don't like your current daily tasks, but once you move up or get promoted and enter management, leading a small team, you might suddenly enjoy it. If you discover something you like in your field, work toward that. Make that your concrete goal. Maybe you want to be a project lead this year or a manager next year. That's up to you. If you say, no, 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 I really can't stay in this company. I hate every role here. I don't want to do this industry at all. Then you only have the try option left, trial and error. Here's an example from a friend of mine. He said, I'm very interested in advertising and want to enter the cultural sector. But currently, I'm selling medical equipment. Switching industries seems daunting, so in the end, he just dropped the idea. But if you're serious about making a change, go apply for a position in advertising. Many entry-level roles don't have huge barriers. Give it a try. 2 outcomes are possible. 1. You discover what advertising is really like. Working until midnight is unbearable, so you quit. Then you realize you weren't that into it after all. 2. You discover advertising is fascinating even if it means staying up all night. Then great, you found the right fit, and you have a solid start to your transition. Of course, all this is based on, I can afford to quit, I'm willing to make a leap, and I want to do it. If you find the risk too high and end up doing nothing, that means going back to the first point. Why do you want to change? 2 possibilities. 1. You're not actually doing that badly. You're not desperate for change. Your anxiety is superficial. Point 2. You really are doing badly, but you don't realize it, and maybe that ignorance is bliss. Either way, to find something you truly like, look inside your industry vertically or test other industries horizontally. 5. What if there's nothing I like? Asterisk asterisk, if you've searched and tested, but discovered you genuinely don't like anything you've tried, that's not necessarily lying. At most, you can say you sort of have a vague feeling of wanting success, freedom, financial independence, or to do what you love, but nothing concrete. After circling around, you may conclude that there's actually nothing you truly like. Is it normal not to know your passion or area of interest? Yes, it is. Look back on the past 20-odd years. Few of us were ever guided to discover an actual interest or favorite field. Many of us had no idea why we chose our college major or what it could do for us afterward. So what now? If you can't find anything you love, focus on what you need. If you don't have a need, create one. For example, wanting money alone might be too vague, but wanting to travel or buy a car is very concrete. That's more tangible than, say, chasing some lofty goal. You can see it and reach out for it. Make that desire stronger, and you'll have motivation. Sure, this might not be as soul-stirring as loving something wholeheartedly, but it's at least realistic and within reach. This alone can make you feel better. When we talk about job hunting, bluntly, there are three conditions. 1. I really love it. Point 2. I don't love it, but the pay is high. Point 3. I don't love it, the pay isn't great, but the job is truly easy. If you can't find a career you love, go for the second route. Create a need for yourself. Aim for the salary. Aim for the benefits. Once your material life steps up a level, you'll still feel some satisfaction. The biggest problem is exactly the situation the questioner is in now. You don't like anything, and there's nothing you particularly want, only some grand ideas about becoming great or being successful. As a result, it's not grounded in reality, and you fall into the motivation trap. To sum up, if you want to change your current situation, you have to clarify 3 points, and the key among them is, who do I want to become? That means you need a goal. That goal cannot be empty and abstract. It has to be concrete. So how do we make a vague goal more concrete? When it comes to work, either find what you like or find what you need. Only these two forces can truly drive you to fight for it. Nothing else will move you enough to commit. How to find what you like? Internally, you look around your existing role. Externally, you try other fields. What if you still find nothing you truly like? Then create a need. Turn your big, abstract ambitions into tangible desires you can see and touched. At that point, your guiding principle is this. If you can't find a career you love, at least find one with good pay. Either way, you'll break free from your current anxiety. That's all I have for now. It's just a bit of my personal opinion. I hope it helps you.